Welcome everyone to the Explainer. So if you're a structural or civil engineer and you're looking to map out your next major career move, you are in exactly the right place. Today, we're breaking down an exclusive blueprint for your future in New Zealand. We'll be looking at a massive new recruitment campaign that's actively searching for talent just like you.
Think about it for a second. Are you ready to step into a dynamic new role in some of the most beautiful, fast-growing regions on the planet? Because this isn't just about getting a new job. It's really about finding the perfect environment to totally elevate your engineering ambitions.
Okay, here's our roadmap for today. First, we'll explore the overarching New Zealand opportunity, dive into specific roles in Wellington and Auckland, and then head over to Tauranga and Kerikeri. Finally, we'll cover the core skills you need, break down the salary upside, and go over your next steps.
All right, let's jump straight into Section 1, the New Zealand opportunity, exploring the Alexander Knight recruitment campaign. So Alexander Knight Recruitment has partnered with leading engineering consultancies all across the country, and they're actively hiring experienced civil and structural engineering professionals right now. New Zealand is literally undergoing a massive infrastructure push to handle a growing population and upgrade historical coastal developments. Because of this, the breadth of this campaign is huge. We're talking opportunities spanning multiple cities, catering to a really wide spectrum. Whether you're a technical expert who loves staying deep in the design work, or you're ready to step up into management and top-tier leadership positions, there is a spot for you.
Moving right along to Section 2, Wellington and Auckland roles. Let's look at some major city opportunities.
Starting down in the capital, Wellington, we get a really clear picture of career progression. On the intermediate track, we've got a civil engineer or designer role, heavily reliant on civil 3D, targeting the city's expanding infrastructure, land dev, and drainage projects. That one commands a solid salary of 90K to 140K New Zealand dollars. Now, contrast that with the senior project lead track. Here, the focus totally shifts to leading projects from planning to delivery, managing budgets, driving client relationships, and mentoring junior engineers. This top-tier role bumps your salary up to between 150K and 180K, plus a vehicle benefit. Not too bad, right?
Now, before we move up to Auckland, we kind of need to pause and define a critical piece of engineering jargon. You're going to see a lot in these high-level roles. CPEng. It stands for Chartered Professional Engineer, and it's a highly respected credential awarded by Engineering New Zealand. Oh, and if a role asks for near chartered, that just means they want candidates who are actively progressing toward getting this status. Make no mistake, having this credential is an absolute gatekeeper for unlocking those premium salary bands.
Speaking of which, looking at the Auckland CBD, this open position directly demands that CPEng or near chartered status we just talked about. The salary sits firmly between 120,000 and 150,000 New Zealand dollars. And because it requires chartership, the expectations are understandably high. You're expected to deliver technical designs completely independently, review really complex engineering docs, and manage direct client interactions, all right in the heart of Auckland's super fast-paced central business district.
Okay, Section 3, Tauranga and Kerikeri roles. Time to check out some regional center opportunities.
Let's look at Tauranga. It's this gorgeous coastal city experiencing massive growth right now, and notice the sheer diversity in what they need. You've got a senior chartered civil engineer role, offering up to 160K, focused on heavy-hitting technical leadership, quality assurance, and driving business development. But, right alongside it, Tauranga also really needs an intermediate structural engineer. This one's highly technical, focusing on construction documentation, steel, reinforced concrete, timber structures, and, crucially for New Zealand's unique geology, seismic design principles.
Heading further up north to Kerikeri, there is a remarkably broad salary band for a civil engineer. I mean, we're talking $100,000 all the way up to $160,000. The reason for this massive range is just that the role can accommodate a whole spectrum of experience. So whether you're stepping in at the intermediate level or as a seasoned senior engineer, your focus is going to be heavily on civil infrastructure design, regional land development projects, project coordination, and client communication.
All right, Section 4, core skills and requirements. Let's talk about the baseline for success.
So, what does it actually take to land one of these positions? Well, here's the universal baseline they expect, no matter which city you're applying for. First, a bachelor's degree in civil or structural engineering is a must. They also want to see proven experience in an engineering consultancy environment, meaning you really need to understand the business side of the work. For the civil roles, strong proficiency in Autodesk Civil 3D is absolutely vital. And hey, as anyone who has wrestled with Civil 3D knows, that is a true test of patience and skill. Finally, you must have knowledge of New Zealand engineering standards alongside some really solid project management and communication chops.
Almost at the finish line here. Section 5. Salary insights and next steps. Let's get into the financial upside and how to apply.
To summarize the massive earning potential we've been tracking across the country, we are looking at a very competitive salary floor. It starts at 90,000 New Zealand dollars for those intermediate roles and scales rapidly, all the way up to a ceiling of $180,000, and potentially even more, plus perks like a company vehicle for top-tier senior leadership and project lead positions. Now you might be wondering, how do you actually bridge the gap between that 90K floor and the 180K ceiling? Well, think of this as your strategic roadmap. It really comes down to 3 main factors. Step 1, your overall years of experience in the industry. Step 2, your technical expertise, and specifically achieving that CPEng chartership status we talked about. And Step 3, your ability to take on leadership responsibilities and showcase high-level project management capabilities. Master these 3 elements and you're going to move steadily up that compensation ladder.
Now, here is a highly motivating number for you, 1,000 New Zealand dollars. That's the candidate referral bonus offered by Alexander Knight Recruitment. Basically, what that means is, even if you aren't currently looking to make a move yourself, but you know a brilliant engineer who's just the perfect fit for one of these roles, referring them successfully puts a cool $1,000 directly in your pocket. Not a bad deal, right?
So if you're ready to take action, here's your explicit next step. Contact recruiter Claire at alexanderknight.co.nz. Go ahead and grab a pen, write that email address down. This is your direct line to the recruiter handling these premium consultancies across the country. Just reach out to Claire to get your application started.
I want to leave you with this final thought today. Where will you build your next engineering milestone? Is it going to be the bustling CBD of Auckland, the capital projects of Wellington, the coastal growth of Tauranga, or maybe the northern beauty of Kerikeri? The opportunities are laid out right in front of you. The demand for your skills is incredibly high, and the choice is entirely yours. Thanks so much for joining me for this explainer. And hey, here's to your next great career move.